you guys ever had sex or any kind of intimacy?
Seriously, Whitney, what kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that, Whitney? We're on YouTube here. Right. Hello, everyone. So, my name is Jenna Rose Giannetti, and I am a mindfulness and meditation coach. If you are new to my channel, thank you for joining. This is Levi Kendall. You may have seen him. He doesn't smile very much. He's a little pouty boy. But if you've seen in other videos, Levi is in a lot of my videos. And with him being in my videos, we have gotten a lot of questions that people have been asking us. And to be completely honest, I've kind of just been dodging them all. I've kind of been just ignoring them and letting them be. And because I personally believe that what one person does is really none of anyone's business. But I do understand that if I'm putting someone on my YouTube channel, then I kind of need to explain who they are, so people have some context to it. So we are going to be answering a bunch of questions that you have been asking us, like, are we dating? Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? Someone asked me if we're having sex, and a couple of questions like how we've met. So, what do you do for a living?
So, I'm a robotics engineer. I program embedded software that is in the field of supply chain management and delivering things. We met at a local coffee shop. It's a Star Nation group, and it basically talks about consciousness and ETs and stuff going on.
Extraterrestrials.
I guess there was some sense of familiarity.
Yeah. So, one of the very first things I said to Levi was I said, where have we met before? And what did you say?
I said, I don't think we have met.
And I then said, oh no, we have. We've definitely met before. And what, we know now is it's so much beyond this lifetime. We have known each other for many lifetimes, many different incarnations. Me and Levi met, and we had this just instant connection. But I will be honest, I was not at all attracted to Levi. He was me, though.
Yeah, I friended you on Facebook, and then I messaged you.
Well, I responded, you think? I'm sorry, I don't feel the same.
She doesn't know.
We'll get into that later. But at the time, I was not at all interested in him. But what I was interested in is I knew that I knew him. I knew that our relationship was a deep relationship. And I think it was the next day after he messaged me on Facebook, he came to one of my meditation groups. And we just started talking there. We went to dinner at Burger Toy after, and we instantly just connected. And from that point on, we were kind of inseparable, right? But still at this point, there was no romantic connection. Levi, what do you like about Rose? So some people call me Jenna, some people call me Rose, some people call me Jenna Rose. So, Levi, what do you like about Rose?
I like that she cooks every day.
Do you like my cooking?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate?
Well, so Jenna has tried to convert me into being a vegan, and I kind of wavered back and forth on whether or not I actually wanted to do it. And to be honest, I don't have any superpowers yet, so it has been a little disappointing, but we're still kind of doing it.
Well, I only cook vegan, so if he wants to eat, he has to eat what I cook.
I like that Jenna's a very giving person, very self-sacrificing, very empathetic and understanding, and also has a thirst for figuring out the reality. So,
thanks, Levi. What do I like about Levi? I love Levi's empathy and his compassion. It may not look like it, but Levi is very emotional. He's very empathetic. He is not afraid to cry, if I can say. He's very empathetic. Even if I just cut my finger on a knife, like, he always rushes over to just make sure that I'm okay. I love Levi's quest for knowledge. He is always seeking knowledge. He's always seeking to try to learn. He always has his face in a book, or he's watching Gaia and trying to find the deep truths of the universe and how we got here and who we are and what we are. And at the essence of all of that, I mean, that's what connects me and Levi together. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing what we're doing, because we both have the same quest to know the deeper truths of the universe. What irritates you most about me?
Oh, there's so much.
What do you mean I'm splendid? Okay, can you hand me my blankie?
Okay, this is one of them. This thing is just a rag that she uses to cover herself. It doesn't really provide any warmth.
It's great. It's fine.
It's just kind of this old blanket that's torn to shreds.
No,
I did get her a new blanket that's not completely demolished.
What do you
like
mean?
this
one has a perfectly good hole so I can... Woo!
Wow.
You know,
well, Jenna has a need for spending a lot of time together, which is obviously problematic. She's also very scatterbrained. Has difficulty not doing two things at the same time.
Yeah, I'm a huge multitasker.
She can't focus on a single task ever. So yeah, the lack of alone time has almost driven me to insanity. Like, we're on the edge now in quarantine. Like, something's got to give at this point. She's also constantly on her phone.
It's fine.
Constantly.
I gotta keep up with people, you know? Alright, so what irritates me about Levi? I don't know if this is YouTube appropriate.
It's probably not.
It's probably not YouTube appropriate. So I will leave it at Levi is very bizarre. He is very unusual. He's very strange. Not that I'm not, but in very different senses than I am. Levi does his own thing, and his oddness and strangeness shifts to the war. That's what irritates me about Levi. He taught me how to love unconditionally. He has taught me how to love unselfishly. And my biggest irritation with Levi is just what I think I want in a partner that he is not. So it really just comes down to my own selfishness and my own conditions. Why am I living at Levi's? I was supposed to go to China 2 years ago. And I was all packed up. I was all ready to go. This is when I was living in Michigan. And Zen, this is my beloved, my best thing that's ever happened to me. He was supposed to come to China with me. And so we got all ready. I sold everything I owned. I was all ready to leave China. I had moved out of my apartment. And 2 hours before I left for the airport, it fell through because I couldn't bring Zen on the plane. And the job gave me an ultimatum to either, choose the job or choose Zen. And I chose Zen. I do not ever regret that choice. I will never regret choosing my son over a job. But I always regretted not going. And so I ended up moving to Pittsburgh about 9 months later. And me and Levi met. And one day, Levi he became my best friend. He became my best friend in a matter of months. And I went on a business trip to Washington, D.C. and Delaware. And I asked Levi to watch Zen while I was gone. And while I was gone, Levi texted me and he told me that he loves Zen. And that he wanted Zen. And he's like, can I have him? And I'm like, absolutely not. You cannot have him. And he's like, just go to China and I'll take care of him. And so I didn't decide in that moment, obviously, but I thought about it. And I always regretted not going to China. And, I had this thought before I left for Washington, D.C. of asking Levi to take care of Zen. But if anyone knows me personally, this is my flesh and blood. And the thought of leaving him with anyone, I just couldn't do. That's why I didn't go the first time, because I didn't trust anyone to take care of my beloved. And so I decided, okay, I have to go to China, and I trust you to take care of Zen. So my lease was up on my apartment, and I asked Levi if I could move in before I moved to China, because I didn't want to just drop Zen off and have him be unfamiliar. I wanted him to be familiar. I wanted him to be adapted to the house. And I didn't want him to think I was abandoning him. So Levi let us move in so that Zen didn't think that we were abandoning him. Well, didn't think I was going to abandon him. And for me to save some money. So I took off and I was in China for 4 months. And while I was gone, Zen was here. And Levi completely unselfishly took care of Zen. And then I ended up coming back here after China because of all this corona stuff that's going on. And now we're in quarantine. And I'm still here. If you had a daughter, would you want her to have the same features as Rose? Emotional. However you want to answer that.
Yeah, I'd want my daughter to be emotional and spiritual and empathic and all that.
Alright, how about physical features? I don't want your daughter to look anything like me.
I suppose if we had a daughter, that would be a given. But
what would be a given?
That she would look like you.
I mean, she could look like you.
Yeah, that's true.
She could have your nose.
Yeah. It's possible.
So you don't want her to look anything like me? No, nothing. Okay, he wants his children to look nothing like me. It's fine. It's all fine. Rose, if you had a son, would you want him to have Levi's personality? No. No. No, he... Some parts of his personality. I would want him to have his sensitiveness. I would want him to have his empathy. I would want him to have his his thirst for knowledge, his thirst for truth. I would want him to have all of that. Okay, Levi, if you know Jenna that well, what irritates her?
She likes being ignored. That's her favorite thing in any context. She likes it when you don't pick up the phone. She likes it when she's saying something and you don't respond. She likes it when you don't communicate. When you don't say what you're thinking.
I mean, how hard is it to communicate?
It's hard.
It's not that hard to communicate.
It's a real challenge.
It's not. Levi, how do you feel about Rose? And what is it that you would like to change?
Well, I feel like we have a deep oversoul connection of some kind, that we have probably past life karma. But I guess I wouldn't necessarily change anything. Per se. But I am struggling in quarantine to be around Rose. Jenna Rose. Who also probably doesn't do well being cooped up in a house either. So, it's a struggle.
If you see Levi with a beard, how does that make you feel? I'd much rather have Levi have a beard. I don't like the clean-shaven face. At all. Not even a tiny... Deja vu! Oh my god! Holy Deja vu! Oh my god, we've been here like a million times. Do you feel that too?
Nope.
Oh my god, that was so intense. Oh wow, that was so intense. So intense. Wow. If one of you had to die, what would your last day be like? Be specific. Oh, if Levi was dying, I would have our last day be in the home. The reason I say that is because Levi is a homebody. He likes being at home. This is where he's most comfortable. This whole quarantine thing is nothing for him. Besides that, he's doing it with me. But this is like his dream right now, being in quarantine and never having to leave the house. It would be sitting at the house. It would be meditating. It would be reading together. It would be looking into spiritual knowledge together. Trying to figure out what's going to happen when he dies. Looking through every single book on our bookshelf. Watching everything in Gaia.
Yeah, I might read the Egyptian Book of the Dead. I haven't got around to that yet.
Yeah. And I might give Levi some alone time if it was his last day to be here.
Oh, wow.
I might finally give him alone time. I'd play some crystal balls.
Yeah.
What would be your last day with me? If I was to die, what would be your last day with me?
Well, I think Jenna would like to go outdoors and be out in the sun and maybe go on a hike and probably go to some fancy restaurant.
Make sure it's vegan, though.
A fancy vegan restaurant.
Aw, you're getting all teary-eyed.
No,
Is the thought of me dying upsetting you?
Oh, it's just so exciting.
Are you gonna miss me? You gonna miss me when I'm gone? Gonna miss me when I'm gone. Miss me when I'm gone. Levi's gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Don't ask Jenna to sing anything because she's tone deaf.
Good job. Okay, you missed something. What would I actually really want to do if I was dying?
Fly?
I just want to travel.
You want to travel.
Yeah.
So, she's basically going to spend all day in airports and get nothing done. Just waste the whole day on an airplane.
We could just take a road trip.
Yeah.
We could go to Hawaii.
So, again, basically, she can't get anything done in a day, so.
Be our last words to each other. What would be your last words to me? Should we say it together? Do we have the same last words? Let's find out. No. On the count of 3, we say it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I love you. Okay, well, my last words to Levi would be, I love you. See you soon.
See you soon.
What would be your last words to me? And it can't be Thank you for finally being able to leave me alone. Because I won't leave you alone. I'll just haunt you.
I still think Namaste is good.
Namaste?
Yeah.
Alright. Namaste. I guess we can finally answer the big question that everyone's been waiting for. Is Levi my boyfriend? Are we dating?
Absolutely not.
He hates me. He hates me.
No, but she is hard to get along with sometimes.
Why?
Because of her need to spend time together.
Levi and I are not dating. But we love each other. We do love each other, right?
We love each other as spiritual buddies.
We do. And we can both agree that we are best friends. Right?
Yeah.
And for that, we love each other. But no, we are not dating. And to answer the question of why we're not dating, have we ever explored the option of dating? Yes, we've explored the option of dating. We've talked about it. We've thought about it. But at the end of the day, the truth is we are not what each other desires. We are not what each other wants in a partner. I have been dreaming my whole life of this one man. I call him Anderson. And Anderson is the only thing I desire. He's the only thing that I want. The questions we were asked is why I don't want to date you. And it's because he's not Anderson. And I'm not willing to settle. I'm not willing to settle for less than I want. I haven't been in a relationship since 2017 because I know what I want, I know what I desire, and I'm not someone that's going to settle. So that's why Levi is not it for me. Why am I not it for you?
I think we've covered it, but I need someone who's more solitary, who isn't so all over the place, is more focused, is much more careful.
We tried to play a game last week. We were supposed to play a game, and Levi failed miserably. We made up this list, and we were supposed to play a manifestation game. What we did was we wrote down our divine partner.
No, we just wrote down, well...
Yeah, I wrote down Anderson, because Anderson's what I want, and Anderson may not be his name, but Anderson is what he identifies with. There will be some kind of something with the name Anderson, whether that's his name or not. It's the name I gave him when I was a child. And so I made a list of everything that Anderson is. So he made a list, and we gave his divine partner a name. Her name is what?
Lucy.
And we told each other that we would be each other's partners for 1 week. That he would pretend, like a child plays make-believe, he would pretend to be Anderson for me. And I would be Lucy for him. And we would help each other to manifest for each other what we truly want in a partner. So we made that game, and that explains, like, why it's not each other. And he said, Rose, the Anderson you talk about, what if he is Levi in disguise and you realize it later?
Well, she's clearly written this list down, which she claims I was unable to do for a single day. According to her.
Levi is some things on my list. Levi is intelligent. He is spiritual. He is empathetic. He is compassionate. He's financially abundant.
She doesn't think I'm hardworking.
He's a little lazy. But it's okay. When you have the inspiration to take action, you will. But he has the financial abundance, and he has the empathy, and the compassion, and the intellect, and the spiritual knowledge, and the metaphysical knowledge that Anderson has. So, could Levi become Anderson? Maybe. I won't rule it off the table. But as right now, he's not. And if he becomes him, then I'll be happy.
Yep.
Have you guys ever had sex or any kind of intimacy?
Seriously, Whitney, what kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that, Whitney? We're on YouTube here. We have not had sex. We have not had sex. We have kissed. Yeah.
Yeah, we've done that.
We've done that. Any other kind of intimacy. So me and Levi are very intimate. We can both agree that. It's not a sexual intimacy, but we're very mentally, emotionally intimate. We are very intimate personally, like with our cuddles. Very rarely.
Oh yeah, that's another massive problem. She loves cuddling.
I love cuddling, and he just won't.
It's unacceptable.
So we do not sleep in the same bed. I have my own room. He has his own room. Those been, days where we've slept together, but those days have probably been limited to the number of fingers that I have on one hand, because Levi does not want to sleep with anyone. I am the type of person that I want to be held all night. I want to be cuddled all night, and if you're not holding me and you're not cuddling me, and if you let go of me, then this relationship's not going to work out. And Levi is the complete opposite of that. He doesn't even want anyone in the same bed as him. I mean, I'm sure his divine partner would have a whole separate bedroom. So, we are intimate, but we are not sexually intimate. Given the chance, and he was the only man on earth, would you marry him? I would definitely marry him. Levi is my best friend, and he is my life partner. And I know that. I know that Levi is my life partner, and he can agree on his, right? But that is not a romantic life partner. It is not my life partner like Anderson's my life partner. It's a life partner that I want him always in my life. Which leads me to another question. If you ever get married and your husband will let you talk to Levi knowing you, do I think he will let me talk to Levi knowing our relationship? So, one of the reasons for me personally that me and Levi haven't gone over the line of sex is because I want Levi in my life forever. And when I do find my husband, I don't want anyone being uncomfortable with Levi continuing to be in my life. I want him to always be in my life, and any man that I end up with or I marry, has to be okay with this. And me and Levi may find distance, and maybe there will be days where we don't talk for years. And that's fine, but I want to always be able to call each other.
I think on some level we'll always have some amount of communication. I don't know what that's going to mean. Oh, I wrote down one question for you. Alright, so, my question. What is your favorite book?
What is my favorite book? So my favorite book is The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was
I
thought it was The Alchemist.
Oh, and The Alchemist. Yeah, The Alchemist. So, The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, that was one of the very first chapter books I ever read in 5th grade. So it stayed with me because I remember in 5th grade feeling so accomplished that I read The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. And Mitch Albom is my favorite author. If you were to have dinner with any Egyptian god, would it be Thoth? Or what Egyptian god would it be?
Yeah, it'd probably be Thoth.
It would be Thoth? Okay. Yeah, so I already knew that one. Okay, let me think about another one that I don't know the answer to. Okay, so if you were to die and be reincarnated, and you couldn't be a spaceship, then what would you want your reincarnation to be? Would you want to be male? Would you want to be female? What would you want your life to be?
I don't know. I might incarnate as a synthetic life form, possibly.
Synthetic, so robot?
Yeah.
You'd like that.
What?
Would you want your consciousness, or would you want a different consciousness?
Well, our consciousness is always expanding, so I think our individuality is always there, always ready to manifest itself, but I think every time we come back, we have become something more.
So to answer the most requested question that we got and brought us to us even doing this YouTube video, if we were dating, we are not dating, but we want both of each other to be happy, and we want both of each other to find each other's divine partners. So, my wish for you, Levi, is that you will find the woman that makes you happy. I wish that you will find someone that can satisfy you emotionally, mentally, and physically. I wish that she will be everything on your list. I hope that she is intelligent and wise and brilliant and is an engineer like you and is logical and steady. I hope that she can cook for you like I can cook, and that she can clean for you like I clean. And I hope that she will give you the alone time that you desire. And that she won't be needing as many cuddles as I want. That's my wish for you. Wow. That is what I manifest for you. And so it'd be done. Yeah.
So, my wish is that Jenna finds her divine partner, that he's everything on the list, that he challenges her, that he adores her, and that she's able to get her yellow house on 40 acres and start her school of consciousness and become a mindfulness and meditation master and achieve everything she wants to do.
Thank you. And I hope that you become a spaceship.
Yeah. So, really, I'm coming back as a spaceship. It's not going to be one of these pathetic
humans,
human life forms. It's absolutely disaster.
No. Yeah, so he's going to be a spaceship, and I'm just going to continue to be what I've always been. A divine angel. A goddess angel.
So if anyone needs a ride off this rock, hit me up next life. I'll get you off here.
I can help you with my wings, because I'm humble. Thank you, everyone, for your questions. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, make sure to comment below. Let us know what you think, how you feel. Make sure to press that subscribe button at the bottom and like it and share it. And I hope to meditate with you guys soon. Check out some of my meditation videos, some of my mindfulness content, and have a beautiful day, guys. So let's breathe together. Let's place our hands together. Place your hands together to your heart, to your third eye. Taking a deep breath in me and saying with me, Namaste.